Let's break it down, the power of Amazon Echo routines. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Dial Home Tech. I'm Dial, and this week we're going to continue on the series that we started last week about how to get started with your Amazon Echo devices, creating home automation, and really just how to get started on your home automation journey using this very little powerful device called the Amazon Echo. If this is your first time here, I'm Dial, and in this channel we're talking about smart home automation technology, and doing some tech reviews. If that's something that interests you, then please consider subscribing to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button right below, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified of when my new videos come out. So if you just got here, there is a video that I put out last week, which is part 1 of the series I'm doing, where I started to talk about how powerful is the Amazon Echo to get your home automation journey started. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm gonna leave the playlist right there at the end so you can watch the first episode for some more information on getting started in your home automation using Amazon Echo. So without any further ado, let's get started with routines. Routines are nothing more than really powerful ways to gain control of your home automation by creating efficient and effective ways to save money, time, and adding convenience and safety to you and your family. So the way to get started with routines is just going to your Amazon Echo app and then tapping on the upper left hand corner on the menu button, and then you're gonna look for routines. Right in there, it's gonna enable you to create a routine, name it, and select your trigger and action response. Now, one of the important bits here is how you're going to trigger that, and there are a few ways to do so. And I'm gonna go over some of these ways and try to explain briefly how would you use that in order to trigger the response or action that you're looking to do. Now, the first one on the list is triggering by voice. This is your typical Alexa, do something for me. And that's how you're gonna trigger an action based on your voice command. So this is probably one of the most convenient ways to start doing your conditions. So you can just simply fire a command to your Amazon Echo device, and in return, it'll perform the action that you set up on the routine based just on the voice command that you have issued. Now, the second one is schedule. You can use timers or times when you want your routines to be run. So if you have something or a light or some sort of device that you want to come on or off, let's say at sunset, that particular device will get triggered based on the schedule, which is using your local sunset to figure out when it's time to trigger that routine. Now, the third one is a device. This will allow you to use, let's say, a motion sensor, for example, to help you trigger another action based on when that motion sensor senses some sort of movement. So then, therefore, triggering another action, whether it's raising your temperature inside of the house or turning your lights on, so on and so forth. So you can use a device that can generate some sort of trigger in order to accomplish something else. Now, the fourth one on the list is arrive or leave. This is a pretty overlooked option, as people tend to not to use the geolocation of their phones in order to generate some conditions. But on this one, Amazon Echo will use the geolocation of your phone to help it know when a certain condition needs to be triggered. For instance, if you're leaving your house, it can help you keep track of the lights that you need to be off, closing shades, locking doors, and even making sure that the house is being watched while you're away. Now, the last one is Echo buttons. You can pick up these buttons from Amazon, and I'm gonna leave some affiliate links in the description in case you wanna check them out. This one is pretty simple. You can just tap on the button, and that condition that you have previously set will get triggered based on the action of you physically pressing on that button. Now that you understand how to trigger these routines, I'm gonna put a video right here that's gonna walk you through an example of a routine that you can create. All you have to do is just go to your Amazon Echo app and then tap on the upper left hand corner, display the menu, and select routines. Here you're gonna find a list of your routines plus the ones that have been already preset or pre-built for you by Amazon. You're gonna tap on the upper right hand corner on the plus sign, and this is where you start your routine. You're gonna be able to give it a name. Followed by the name, you can start creating your action. This is where you're gonna select one of those triggers that I just talked about quickly, and for this particular example, we're gonna use voice. After I have selected voice and set up what's the trigger word or phrase that I want to use, I can then start to add what are the actions I want triggered when this happens. Now right off the bat, I'm going to add my shades because I want my shade to close because I want to relax. I want the lights to be dim, so I'm gonna select this particular option for my shade. So close my shades when I say this, followed by the fact that I want to select my lights to be dimmed to 10% whenever I fire this condition. So I'm gonna select my hue lights to be at 10% when I ask for this routine to be triggered. And then last but not least, I'm going to select the fact that I want relaxation music to play on my kitchen Echo Dot, for example, when this happens. So every time I come home and I say relaxation time, my shades will close, my lights will get dimmed, and a relaxation station will start playing on my kitchen Echo Dot. So voila, it's pretty simple, yet so powerful to do that. I have some cool routines at home where I say it's movie time, where my shades will close, my lights will go off, and you can even use different ideas. Like if you have a smart plug and a popcorn maker or something, you can leave that plugged in your kitchen, and once you give that routine, the popcorn maker will fire itself out and start making popcorn for you when it's movie time. There's another way that you can create routines, and this is even better. You can actually dictate your routines to your Amazon Echo device, and I'm gonna leave a link right up here on a video that I showed you guys how to create these routines on the fly by just simply asking your Amazon device to do whatever you're asking it to do. Now, on top of the routines that you can create via the app or via voice using your Amazon Echo device, there are some pre-built routines by Amazon, and one of my favorite ones is the guard routine. So every time I leave the house, all I have to do is just say, Alexa, guard my house, and the guard automation will kick in, and all that this will do is all of my Echo devices around my house will start listening for smoke alarms and CO2 alarms. They will start listening for broken glass, and the coolest bit of it, they will take all of my smart lights and start turning them on and off at different periods and times to give the impression to the people on the outside that there is actually folks inside of the house, thus preventing people from trying to approach your house in case they see some lights on or off and going on and off, and so on and so forth. So these are like really cool routines that you can do and are already there pre-built for you to take advantage of the routine setting in your Amazon Echo devices. So there you go, get creative, create routines, add devices, do different automations. There's a lot of things that you can do in order to get really cool responses and things that your Amazon Echo device can do for you. It's an awesome and cheap way to get a ton of value of your home automation by spending very little money and just using your creativity. Again, if you haven't yet, I'm gonna leave a link for the playlist of this series right here on the side where you can check out the first video of it, and then continue to watch more videos around home automation and smart home technology from the channel. If you found this useful, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And again, if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to the channel for more home automation tips and smart home technology reviews. This about wraps it up for this one, guys. Thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Dial. See ya.